G'day guys and welcome to Warrior by Design, another episode with me. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about what is it that allows us to achieve things in life? What is it that allows us to move forward, live another day, get out of bed, have motivation? What allows us to do these things? Well, first and foremost, like always, there's not one thing. My thing might not be your thing, so on and so forth. But if I was trying to pinpoint it for, say, a majority, it's going to come down to something that allows you to have hope, understanding, will, or even allows you to be dedicated to something in a sense that allows you to have a will for life, a desire for life, and even potentially a vision, a dream. And you say, well, you know, there might be people that say, I don't have any of those things. Well, why I can have empathy for that, being in a scenario like that. Previously, I would like you to ask yourself, regardless where you're at, whether you believe this isn't the case, is the case, whether you're excelling in life, what motivates you? What motivates you to get out of bed? What motivates you not to do? Or what motivates you to do? And I think these questions are very important. Now, while the questions themselves are important, the answers are even more important. Because these are the things that allow us to know who we are, why we exist personally, allow us to know what motivates us. Now, why these things can be different for everyone, there's a few key principles that allow us to achieve these things, right? Because desire, dream, vision, even a little bit of motivation, that alone doesn't necessarily allow us to achieve what it is we need to achieve. To have that, to experience that, and to be that. You know, I've had a few discussions with people recently. I've spoken to, I've experienced stuff within my own life, and I speak with my colleagues, I speak with, people I work with, help supporting. And it's a really interesting thing, because even those things that we sometimes see as challenges or obstacles, boundaries, or even stopping what it is we want to achieve, the interesting part of all that is how we perceive it. Now, we have choice in how we perceive these things, because while I've been there myself personally, we do have a choice to get caught up in it, to allow it to affect the way we're having, the experience we're having in that moment, the next day, the next week, so on and so forth. We have choice in that. We also have choice to allow it to simply be. Now, this may sound ridiculous to some people in regards to some pretty stressful situations or perceived stressful situations, and even emotionally experiencing these stressful situations. Where we have choice is how much will we experience this to the point of it allowing to affect us? Now, does that mean we shut off emotion? Does that mean we don't feel emotion? Does that mean, no, I don't believe so. Maybe for some it is, but I believe that we can still experience our emotion and our range of emotion. But when it becomes to the point of it's debilitating, or it affects us in a way that changes our experience or changes who we are or the way we perceive things, I believe that's what more of us would like balance with, right? It's not about shutting off emotions. It's not about not having them, trying to be some Zen master who just meditates and doesn't experience emotion. To me, it's about finding that balance within ourselves that allows us to have a different relationship with our emotions. Allow us to have choice. Allow us to, even in tough, potential stressful, or even debilitating situations or experiences, allow us to perceive them in a new way. Now, you may listen to this and go, oh, well, what's all that crap, and how do you do any of that stuff? Well, this is the thing, right? The more we allow ourselves to explore ourselves, the more that we allow ourselves to have different experiences, challenge our beliefs, challenge our perspectives. You hear me say it all the time because I think it's key. But beyond that, there's other key principles. There's discipline, commitment, desire, and will. Now, these things, if you truly will something or want something, and there may be some discomfort in front of you that you see as a hurdle or an obstacle of achieving what it is you want, I'll ask you this question. While there may be discomfort in front of you to achieve what it is you want to achieve, what discomfort do you experience in not achieving that? In what we would consider an easier, known, familiar way of being? How truly comfortable and how truly happy are you in that? Because if you're wanting to achieve, if you have a dream, if you have a desire, if you have a vision, there's an aspect of you that has that discomfort already, potentially more than whatever that discomfort is that you have in front of you, or that challenge or that hurdle that you may need to overcome. I was speaking to someone, in regards to some of the things we go through in life, right? And we see as challenges. Now, me personally, I would much rather spend a year dedicating time to myself, working on my body, working on my mind, working on my health, working on my business, working on all aspects of my life, then the 18 odd years or whatever it was of living a life that I was under the illusion of being comfortable, safe, and familiar. Now, while I was familiar, it wasn't comfortable. It wasn't safe. it certainly wasn't allowing me to achieve the things that I wanted to achieve. Did I challenge every fabric of my being, my belief? Do I continue to challenge my beliefs and my perceptions? Yes. Why? Honestly, I truly believe if we're so arrogant to believe we've got everything figured out in every aspect of our lives, but have something to complain about, have something to worry about, or look in the mirror and can't truly say, I love you, I respect you, then I ask you, have we got it all figured out? Are things as perfect as we may want them to be or perceive them to be or tell people they are? So the point being, if we actually want to affect change in our lives, if we want to achieve these goals, dreams, ambitions, visions, whatever they are, then we need to make a true commitment to self, not others, not your trainer, not your wife, not your husband, not your children, not God. A true commitment to self that you are committing to achieving what it is you want to achieve. If you truly want something, then that discomfort of dedication, that discomfort of discipline and structure, that discomfort of routine to achieve it, in my experience, is much less uncomfortable than the discomfort of ignoring it, the discomfort of silencing it, and the discomfort of pushing it down. So guys, I ask, are you committed to you? Are you committed to what you want? And if you aren't, and you're not taking any action towards it, how do we expect it to be? I'm not saying that this has to be a lifelong commitment. I'm not even saying that that has to be your life, or it has to be always or forever. It could be something as simple as a health goal, a financial goal, a relationship goal, a personal goal, fun, enjoyment. But if we're not really willing to commit to ourselves, then who are we willing to commit to? Anyway, guys, a lot of love to you. I just wanted to put this out there. Commitment to self. It's a huge thing. I think if we can show up in our own lives how we want to show up, not how someone tells us to show up, not how we've been told to show up, not how we think we should show up, but how we want to show up and how we are and who we are. We can commit to that. what limitations are there. Anyway, guys, a lot of love to you. Speak to you soon. Well, thank you for listening. If you found this episode valuable, please take the time to like, share, and subscribe. It really does make a difference. It helps others out there explore their warrior, create a life of choice by design, and be all that they wish to be. Remember, explore, create, and be.